Hey guys, it is Saturday, December 31st. Happy New Year's Eve. I just did my weigh-in for the week, and I was actually up 1 pound, which isn't horrible, except for the fact that it's not really from the holiday. I actually did pretty good this week from the holiday, and we were traveling and being in a car for 2 days and not really having control over my food. I actually really did good this week. In fact, on my parents' scale, I got into Wonderland this week. So I was really happy about that. I have not seen Wonderland since I've been home on my own scale. I'm just above it. But last night I just binged. I was good all day. It was the first day that we were home for a full day, and I actually got back on track. I went to the grocery store and bought some staple items, and during the day it was fine. But last night after the kids went to bed, I just, I don't know, I just couldn't stop myself. And I knew that today was weigh-in, and I kept thinking, can I just get through the next, hour or so? And I should have just gone to bed. I was tired, and I should have just gone to bed, and I didn't. And I knew that the weigh-in was going to reflect that this morning. But, it is what it is. I am not going to beat myself up about it. I'm just going to get back on track and move forward. So, my mindset isn't any different. But I'm not done with my journey. So I need to just hit reset and move on. And it's funny because in our meeting today, there was a girl, she's lost 40 pounds, and I'm not sure exactly how long it's taken her to lose that much. But she was saying how she had a girl come up to her at work, and she was whispering that she had joined Weight Watchers, and she's like, "Why are we whispering?" And the woman said she didn't want anybody to know that she was doing it, but that she had noticed what a great job she was doing, and she looked great. And her response to that was, "Well, I don't look great yet." And I thought that was really interesting, because I think it's very easy for us to look at the end result and feel like if we're not there yet, then we don't look good, or that we're not there yet. So I think it's hard for women especially to accept compliments. And I do it too. I do try very hard to say thank you. But I do catch myself just being like, "Well, thanks, but," or, "I don't really feel like it today." And, I think it's very easy for us to make excuses because we're not at our end goal yet. And so, I don't know, I thought it was interesting, and so many people chimed in and said, don't wait till the end to accept your compliments and take ownership of what you have done. And I just think that that's a really important thing. This is not an easy or a quick journey for most of us. So I think that it's very important that we celebrate the progress along the way, and again, I get hung up on the, it's about progress, not perfection. It's about balance, not perfection. And I'm a perfectionist, so for me, that's really hard. But it's not about perfection. It's about making small changes along the way and creating habits out of those small changes. And I feel like I've done that. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm going to have days that I screw up. I'm going to have days that I just don't feel like tracking, or and I try to make those very minimal, because I do feel that even though I may be in a negative, that it's important to track. And to be honest with you, I feel like it takes the importance, and it takes away the pedestal that I feel like perfection stands on when I track everything. And for me, I think that that's important, because if I'm not perfect, I don't want to see it. It's a mind over matter thing. It's, and by tracking it, it just doesn't seem as frightening, I guess. And I've been more successful. I don't have to make it, I'm off track all day now, or I'll get back on Monday, or whatever. I will get back to eating better the next time I eat something. Mindset has been a huge game changer for me this time around. And, even this past week, my mom, I have to, thank her, because she really tried to make it as easy as possible for me, and I really appreciate that. And even for dinner one night, we had family in town that I hadn't seen yet, and my brother can't eat gluten or MSG, so she had made like penne with red sauce and cheese and stuff. And for my brother, so she made one pan for my brother that was gluten-free, and then she made one pan for me that had fat-free cheese, and then she made another one for everyone else that was just how she would normally make it. I'm like, she made 3 different dishes, just to be accommodating, and that was really, really sweet of her. But then I had my in-laws, and they didn't really know as in depth what I've been doing as my mom. And my mother-in-law kind of just makes like a smorgasbord of foods when we get there. She just has a bunch of different things. And so my husband had said, how much we had lost and everything. And so right from the get-go, it was like, oh, but you can't eat any of this, or can you have salad? And she went to the extreme, and I felt kind of bad, because I was like, no, I can eat whatever I want. I just have to pick and choose and, find the points for it and whatever. But it almost threw me off a little bit, because she was making too big a deal out of it. And then I kind of felt bad that, she had made this food, and then she was like, but you can't eat any of it. And so I had to kind of work around that. I still did better than I would do in previous years or previous visits, but it was a little challenging. But the week overall, I felt went really well. I didn't have any days that I felt like I just binged, and even traveling, I really didn't feel like I did horrible. Eating, I could have made better choices, but I could have gone way on the other end and made way worse choices. If that's really a phrase. So I'm happy. Even with the 1 pound, it's kind of hard, because I don't like to see any gain. It throws me backwards that little bit. So it's hard no matter what, but I'm okay with it. I think I just, it is what it is, and I know it's not from the entire week. It's just from last night. So, in fact, if I hadn't binged last night, I probably would have been down a little bit. And I just have to own it and move forward. So, I hope that you guys had a great holiday. I hope it wasn't too challenging for you. I know that the next couple of weeks or months even are going to be a little bit busier at Weight Watchers. Being January, everybody's doing their New Year's resolutions. So I'm kind of glad that I'm ahead of the curve and I'm in the middle of it. But they are going to be making some changes, not major changes, I guess, not as far as to like the program, but more to like how we view things and we, you know, mindset and that kind of thing. So I am excited to see that. My leader said we're supposed to be getting like 4 new books next week, so I don't know what that means, but you know, I'm excited. But anyway, I was still looking forward to my meeting, even though I knew I would be up, and I ended up sleeping in this morning, and so I ran in the shower and quickly got everything together. One NSV, I saw this sweatshirt at Gap a couple months ago, and I told my husband about it, and so I was like, oh, that's what I want for Christmas. And at the time, when I tried it on, an XXL fit, but I didn't want to get the XXL because I didn't want to stay there for very long. So I told him to get the extra large, and it didn't fit, and I had actually tried it on because I knew he got it. I tried it on periodically the last couple of months and weeks and whatnot, and it still was a little bit too tight, so I was getting disappointed that it wasn't going to fit by Christmas. And so when we got home on Thursday, I tried it on and I could zip it. It's snug, like I have room to go, but I can zip it, so yay. And then a couple of items of clothing that my parents bought me for Christmas, I had asked them for in the sizes, and it was such a nice feeling to put them on and they fit. I didn't have to squeeze into them. And actually, the other nice thing about this week was, even though I wasn't perfect, I knew that everything I brought would fit. The whole time I was there, it wouldn't feel snug at all because I wasn't getting off track completely. So that was nice. You know, it's like those little things that you have to kind of remember to keep you on track. But anyway, all right, guys. Well, I will let you go, and I will check in with you next week. Bye.